Will you be attending the annual National Sweepstakes Convention? Well, I'm going. Now, I was going to film this at the back of my car while I organized it, but it's raining. So I had to come in to our garage, which is a bit of a disaster, but it is what it is. And I want to talk about sweepstakes conventions because it's basically 2.5 weeks away. It is from August 1st to August 4th, 2024 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, you can't attend this year if you haven't registered because registration closed May 15th. So if you didn't register, you can show up to Vegas, but you won't be in any of the sessions or any of the parts of the convention. So yeah, I have my look at that's the Dr. Pepper cup I won at the Tar Heel event, and I put all my stickers all over it. I'm still missing one because I ran out and I have to order more. Anyway, one of the things that I started doing every year is I collect Trader Joe bags, and there's no way for me to visit the entire country. And they're only 99 cents. What I started doing was I started trading Canadian treats for bags. So here's an example. You could get some Smarties. You could get some Coffee Crisp. You can get some Maynard's candies. These ones happen to be peach, but you could also get Swedish berry flavor. So there's lots of different things you could choose from. There's caramels. There's Aero bars. I know Amy's here in the chat. Aero's her favorite. So what I'm doing is I thought I'd come out here. First of all, I needed to clean up the back of my car. And I thought I would actually track what bags I have, because what's really interesting about the Trader Joe bags is some are by state, some are by city, and some are by, they're just specialty bags. So I'm going to organize them and actually see what I got while I talk about the conventions, because they're really fun. I've just been writing the newsletter that's to go out August 1st. I'm so excited. And I'm writing it now because I will be in Las Vegas and I won't have time to write it. Obviously, I will be having fun and gallivanting and doing all those things. One of the things I did this year that I've never done is I'm going with Wendy, who I met in 2008 at a sweepstakes mini event, which they don't host anymore, sadly. And we've been friends ever since, and we've been to, oh my gosh, I've lost track. We went to, I think, New York, had the minis twice. We've been to Orlando, Arizona. We're going to Las Vegas. We were in the last Las Vegas one. I think this is like our 8th convention together. And it's really neat to have sweepstakes buddies, especially ones that you travel well with. So, and because we've done it so many times, we've traveled to so many conventions together, it's really easy to travel together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this. So I was writing the newsletter and talking about what conventions are like. So what the sweepstakes conventions are like are, I know, some are just a mess. I used them for groceries and I just literally threw them in the back of my car and I didn't fold them and put them away. And I love these bags. I have no idea how I started this. I do know how I started this Trader Joe collection. My aunt and uncle used to live in California, near San Francisco, and that's where they used to shop. And I noticed the bags, so I bought the bags. And then I was at the Boston convention. Oh yeah, we were in Boston together. And I found the Boston bags, and then I found the New York bags, and I'm like, oh. So it started from there. And at one point, I lost my New York bag, so I just bought another one, because sometimes, because I don't keep any other grocery bags, sometimes if I want to give something to somebody, like my sister-in-law or brother-in-law or somebody, a friend, I'll give it to them in a bag with the expectation I get it back. Sometimes I don't. Anyway, So that's how I started my Trader Joe collection. And of course, it's impossible to visit everywhere. So we have Virginia. Okay, so yeah, again, I said it was strange that they were sometimes by state and sometimes. So I think this is the first one that I started with because it's the most worn out bag that I have. And it's extremely loved. I can feel the plastic or whatever. This is the this one just says Trader Joe's. Does it say San Francisco? Yeah, it says 1967 Summer of Love. It's got Haight and Ashbury. I left my heart in Trader Joe's. It's got the San Francisco Bridge, which is really kind of interesting that they did San Francisco, but then they did Southern California. They didn't do LA. So I guess they didn't want the other cities to feel left out, like Hollywood. I don't know. Anyway, San Francisco it is. I can't even look at it. It's so old and it's so loved that it doesn't even fold back properly anymore. Okay, so we have San Fran. 1. Yeah, see, here's my second Virginia one. So how the convention started is they started back, I think this is the 35th annual National Sweepstakes Convention. Oh, did you see the bottom of the V bag? Oh, how do I show it on here? Yeah, yes, I did. I know there's a system. It says something. I could probably look it up and decipher it. Each flag is a letter. I do know that. Oh yeah, here, I've got my second Virginia bag. Something, 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 something. Look, so you can tell that these are the same letter. Those are the same letter. Those are the same letter. Yeah. So I could decipher it. So we have Virginia too. And then I got Florida when we drove down last year to buy the rights from Tag Powell. I stopped in at a Trader Joe in Florida. And actually, I learned another trick is to go and talk to the manager. And they happen to also have Utah in there for some reason. I have no idea why. So I also got Utah while I was in Florida. So that's a trick. Always call, we call it the Old Dominion State. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's another trick. Go ask the manager about the bags. And I know it's a strange thing to collect, but now I do have 2 of the bottle bags. But right now, one is in the freezer because these are smaller than regular bags. And I have the other style. And but because they're smaller and we needed to store ice packs in our deep freeze that it's out of screen. It's right past the fridge. I started putting them in there. And it works good because it holds them all in one place. It's not all over. Oh, that's so funny. Yvonne says, I was just listening to one of your YouTube videos from a year ago while cleaning my windows. You know what? I listen to YouTube videos and podcasts while I'm putzing around the house too, but I don't listen to myself. I listen to other people. My favorite podcast right now is Next Level Soul. That's my current jam. But I'm also listening to Robert Ohotto, and he just did a program called Saturn in Pisces. And I've got my Saturn in Pisces, so I'm really listening. This is actually the second time I've listened to it. I listened to it when he released it in 2023, like in January. So it's been like a year and a half since I heard it. And then I'm now re-listening to it. And it's amazing if you hadn't heard something for a while and you hear it, you hear different things. Oh, so sweet, Amy. Yeah, I'm seeing Amy at the Sweepstakes convention. So they started back in, I have a blog about interesting convention statistics on my website. And I believe the first one was 1980. And it was run by, Al Sayward, who has since passed. I miss Al. He had the best minis. And he had the first convention, and there was like 60 people there. And it was, and it's all volunteer run. Like, people don't realize this. It's a sweepstakes club that volunteers to run it in a certain city, wherever their club is. So it's been all over the place. And it was in Detroit, Michigan. And it was run by the Michigan Wolverine Sweepstakes Club. And that was the first one, if I did my math right, on 30 years. Because this is 34. No, this is 35. So maybe it was 89. Oh my gosh, my math is terrible. Where's the net? Okay, this year it's in Las Vegas, Nevada, but you can't go. This year it's in Las Vegas, Nevada, but you can't go because it's already sold. Like, the registration's closed. But next year it's going to be Little Rock, Arkansas. Now the registration opens for that either, depending on the website, either the first day of the convention, which would be August 1st, or right after, which would be like August 5th or 6th. So it's going to be basically in 3 weeks. You can register for the sweepstakes convention. Oh, Amy says, I met you at the Quad Cities. Yes, that was my very first sweepstakes convention in 2016. So I've known you, no, not 2016, 2006. No, 2005, that one was. That was the 16th annual National Sweepstakes Convention. That was in Moline, Illinois, and it was run by the Quad City winners. Oh, Amy, you have a good memory. And yeah, that was 2005. And that was boy, I tell you, if you have no idea what's going to happen, I was so overwhelmed. I got Connecticut, which is funny because I'm going to go there right after the convention because I'm taking Silva training. So I have another website called Words for Winning. So I finally moved all my book stuff over there. And okay, so we have, this is the generic. This is the generic Trader Joe bag. I think I have a couple of those. And then we have Diamond State, which is Delaware, I believe. The Delaware? Delaware is the Diamond State. I know, I love this bag. Look how cute it is. So now when people ask me what bags I have or what they're bringing, now some of them are worn out. Some of them are specialty. Like, this is the Women's Day one. This was for International Women's Day. And I need to get to Trader Joe at some point in November when they do the mystery bags. Okay. Oh yeah, I love this one. Bring your hot. I think this is Minnesota. Yeah, this is Minnesota. See, like I said, it's weird how there's some that are cities like San Francisco, but then there's some that are just states. Oh yeah, this is a generic number 2. And I keep them all. I have this like Flip. It's an app, and I went to their launch party. I got invited as an influencer back in the day. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's Atlanta. So that's a good one. Yeah, so a sweeper sent this one to me. She couldn't attend the convention, so she just mailed it. And then I mailed her some chocolate. I thought that was a fair trade. Oh, this is another generic one. I think it came from Indiana, though. I'm going to put that as a this might have been a specialty one. This looks like wine and cheese, so I'm going to take that off. I'll call it wine and cheese. So it's kind of fun. And then we have, look at this one, how pretty with the roses. Indiana. This was from Beverly. She attends our sweepstakes club meetings, and she's very fun. She's 83, and she never stops sweeping. She's always learning. She's always asking questions at the meeting. Texas, I bought this one the first time I went to visit Dyke Hadsel. at the convention to get the rest of Helene's library. And of course, I stopped at Trader Joe's in Texas and Kentucky on my way back. So I have Kentucky. I love it. Can I get a mint julep, please? I think it would be fun. I'm not an artist, but I think it would be fun to work in the department. Now, this is the one I just replaced. It was New York because I had 2 New Yorks. And they disappeared. I have no New Yorks unless I somehow find one in this pile, but I can tell by the feel of that one. And one of Mary Ellen, my friend, found this one. This is the recycled plastic bag. This is another specialty one. And the first one split. I mean, they are only 99 cents. So now what's funny is Nashville, I had to have a friend send this to me because the first time we went to Nashville, we went to Trader Joe's and all I got was the Chicago bag. We had no idea why Chicago was in Nashville, but it was. Okay, I have another Atlanta. We have 2 Atlantas. See, again, a city and another city, Nashville and Atlanta. And then we go to greetings from, oh, what state is this? Oh, is it on the side? New Jersey. Oh my gosh. Greetings from PJ. It's so fun. And you know, they hide 67 in a lot of places on their bags. Also, I was born in 1967, so maybe it's a lucky thing for me. I don't know. Oh, we have, is this another Indiana? I have 2 Indianas. I don't mind doubles because they do wear out. Like I said, now this one, see, look at this is a specialty. This was like New Year's. This says Trader Joe's 2016. It's got a moon, and I think there's New Year somewhere on here. Yeah, it says Happy New Year. Like, isn't that weird? So this is like, I will never get this one again. And it's feeling mighty worn. So I'm getting a little sad that, so I've been collecting for a while because I got that one in 2016. I think I started about, I think I started in 2016 because that's what no, when did I take Lane to San Francisco? 2014. I think I started in 2014 at Christmas time. Yeah, another Virginia. How do I have so many Virginias? I have 3 Virginias. That's interesting. And then we have, oh, there's the Chicago one I bought in Nashville. And this one had chicken. We had a Costco chicken in here and it split open and I had to wash it. If anybody has Chicago out there. Again, city and states, weird. I don't understand why they don't do all cities or all states. Okay, another San Fran one. We have 2 San Frans, but the first one is the one I think I bought first. Okay, we're getting down to the last of the foldy ones. You see, now this is Southern California. Isn't that weird? Not the whole state, just the south part. I don't understand it. So anyway, the sweepstakes convention started back in like 89. And then they happened every year. Oh, I thought I found New York again. No, this is Boston. Yeah, this was like the second one I found. I love it with the crab. Yeah, see, these are the old one. Now, Boston was 2015. So, yeah, I definitely started 2014 collecting them. Oh, that means I've been collecting these for 10 years. How crazy is that? I just did the math. And there's Utah that I bought in Florida. How funny is that? Always talk to the manager. Just saying. Look how pretty the bottom is. So, there we go, that. So, now I can put them all in this. And I have some paper bags. I always keep some paper bags just in case. They're not anything in particular. Just, it's always good to have extra in the car. So I'm gonna, and then I have the other specialty ones. I'm missing my canvas bag. I have that nice canvas one with the blue handles. I'm wondering what happened to that. Now I have to go hunting for it. Maybe I should just ask people to get me some of those. Now those are more expensive, so I have to bring other things. more than just like the 99-cent chocolate bars if I get the more expensive bags. Because I wouldn't do that to somebody. Okay, see, it is full. And I've actually started a list of all the people who are already trading me. So I remember to bring all the chocolate. Now, I do have this one Rochelle gave me at the last sweepstakes convention because it says good vibrations. And this is a fantastic bag because it's square and it zips. And I was using this when I was doing all my Audible recordings because it would hold all my files, all my papers, my iPad, my all that. Then I have the cloth bags. So we have the breakfast one. I have the pickle one. And then I took this one on the cruise when I went with Wendy, the sardines one, because I thought it was nautical. And then I lost it. I couldn't find it. And I was like, oh no. So my friend bought me another one. Oh, I think this is the older one because it looks like it's washed. And then my sister-in-law, remember I said I'd give stuff to people in bags. She goes, oh, here's your Trader Joe bag back. And I went, oh, that's where it went. So now I have 2 sardine ones. How funny is that? And then I have this specialty one, which I don't know when this happened. If this was like a Christmas one or something. Anyway, this was nice because it's like extra big. It's a different shape. I actually store prizes in it during the year. And it's a nice one too. I know. Isn't it crazy how I have this weird collection? But I guess it could be worse. It's just fun. And they're so handy and practical. And they get used and they're loved and okay, so now we're going to fold these up. So now I'm missing a bag and then I have one last bag. So what happens at the sweepstakes conventions, we might as well stand here and talk about that, is there are always 4 days. This is for the nationals, not the minis. They're always 4 days long. They run Thursday to Sunday. On the Thursday evening, so Wednesday and Thursday you can sign in and register when you get there. And then when I was driving back in Ohio, I bought this one. Look at this. It's my first thermal bag. Then I saw on Instagram, there's like 8 colors. So someone messaged me and said, which one of these would you like at Trader Joe's? And they had the turquoise one of these. And I went, oh, I will trade you peanut butter for a turquoise one because I think these are $5.99, which is basically what I pay for peanut butter. So I'm trading them peanut butter for one of these. But there's like 8 colors. There's pink, there's yellow, there's green, there's red, I'm like, okay, we need to get all the colors. Even though, do I really need that many thermal bags? No. Do I want that many thermal bags? Yes. So what happens at the convention? Oh, I should put purple thermal here on the list. So what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 16, 17. I have 31 Trader Joe bags and I'm still missing one. I thought I had more than that. That's interesting. Statistics. So we'll see how many I get when I come back. Wait a minute. I'm missing Arizona. I didn't write down Arizona. And I bought Arizona when I was there last year. You see, I am missing some. Where did they go? You know what? I bet you if I went into George's truck, I will find a bunch of bags. I wonder if I should go and check. Nah, I won't ruin the live stream. But I'm going to go find. I know I'm missing Arizona. I wonder if that's where my New York bags went. So we'll find out soon enough. Okay. So you can register usually the day before or the day of, and then on the evening, the Thursday evening, there's a meet and greet. Oh, Anita said, I have the blue. I know. You're the one trading with me. I'm so excited. I know, crazy, right? Yeah, you're getting peanut butter. I have to be careful at how many of those I get because the peanut butter is like, is it a kilo, which is, yeah, it's like 2 pounds. It's like 2 pounds of peanut butter. Well, I can't bring peanut butter for like 10 people because then I won't have any weight left in my suitcase. My suitcase, if you go back on Instagram and look at my post, I think I put it in Facebook too. My suitcase is full. That was one. And then I got the carry-on and I'm trying to split stuff up. I'll eventually pack it down and do it properly. But it's basically all prizes with a little bit of clothes. And yeah, I did that in Phoenix last year too. I had these 2 suitcases and they had so much stuff. The other thing I'm doing is I usually give away these little lucky prize packs that I hide around before each convention session. And if people find them, there's a little note on them and it said, come find me, and they have a chance to win another prize. And I would have all these other prizes and I had a little baggie with numbers and they draw a number and I had a list and I'm like, oh, you got number 5 and this is the prize. And I give them an extra prize, a bigger prize, like something like this size. Or, like a bigger chocolate bar or something, because I would put all the mini ones in and people love that. But this is Vegas. There's no way I can put stuff around the hotel or hide it. Like it just would go. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to post on Instagram before each session, maybe 15 minutes before each session, a trivia question. And the first 3 people to find me with the right answer, you can win a prize pack from me. So I have 15 prize packs. They're all different. And we will see. Okay. I'm not going to the convention. You must be trading with someone else. Oh, I thought it was you, Anita. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have the list in my office, and I've been messaging with so many people that I've lost track. Her name does start with an A, though. I thought it was you. Anyway, yeah, maybe next year. Maybe you can trade with me next year. Anyway, so we're going to register Wednesday, or you can register Thursday, and then in the evening there's a meet and greet, and then there's a convention planning meeting for the following 2 years. So there will be a convention planning meeting this year for 2026, and then we'll find out where it's going. Then Friday morning, now sometimes they change slightly based on location, but there's different things. Friday morning, there's a session, and then there's a lunch break, and then there's an afternoon session. Now you're responsible for your transportation, your hotel, but they do give us a good rate because they're booking a conference there. So we get a convention rate. You're responsible for your food, except for the banquet. Sometimes they have snacks at the meet and greet. That depends on the event. So there's a morning session. How it works is there's usually 1 or 2 speakers, it depends, and then there's prize draws. So I think this year there was 1 speaker per session and prize draws, or 2, I can't remember. And then I wrote about it last year. Like if you go to my website and click on just put convention in the search, I've blogged back to 2009. I had blog posts on the different conventions with pictures and details of what happened at each session and different things. So yeah, Amy says she's going to go play bingo on the Friday night. Yeah, we're going to Batista's Hole in the Wall, which is a little restaurant around the corner from the Horseshoe, which is fantastic. I think it's $50 or something, but it's the entire meal. It's your wine, it's your coffee, it's your appetizer, it's your main course, it's your dessert, it's everything. Yeah, so that's a really great place to eat for dinner. So we went twice last time it was there, but we're only going once this time. And some places you need to buy tickets for, like we are planning to go to Omega Mart, so we're already booking our tickets so we know when we're going. So then there's a morning session and prizes. There's a lunch break. You're on your own. Then there's an afternoon session. So there's another speaker and prizes. That Friday evening is empty. So we're probably just going to have dinner and then go do Las Vegas. We were looking at the Grateful Dead tickets, but they were a little bit out of our price range. Oh, well. Then we have, then Saturday morning, it's the same thing. Speaker, prizes, lunch break, speaker, prizes, lunch break. Then there's the evening banquet. Then there's a break. Then there's the evening banquet. And then there's the evening banquet. And then there's an after party. But I didn't buy tickets to the after party. So actually, this is the nice thing about having sweeping buddies, is that Amy messaged me and said, hey, I'm not going to the after party. Are you? And I said, no. And she goes, hey, my family and me are going to Old Red, which is Blake Shelton's restaurant bar club thing. And do you want to come with us? I'm like, sure. I like me a little bit of Nashville and Vegas. So we're going to head over there, and any other sweepers are welcome to join us. So it'll be fun. Little, this is where it's also good because you get to meet people that you haven't met before in person. You know, you see their little avatars on social media and online. And now you get to meet them in person and give them a hug and hang out, and it's so fun. That's how I've made so many friends over the years. Like, for example, Lori Johnson, I keep wanting to say her previous last name. She got married. We chatted online, but then we were heading out for dinner, and she was standing there in the lobby when we were in San Antonio, Texas in 2008. And we said, do you have anybody to eat with? And she said, no. We're like, we're going for dinner. Come with us. And we've been friends ever since. So it's fantastic to make friends that way. Now, thankfully, social has gotten better. I mean, we have Zoom club meetings now, and there's all kinds of other ways to connect with people online. But that wasn't the case. Like, think about, you know, when I started writing my first book was 20 years ago. Facebook wasn't even a thing. There was no social media. It was just entering online. So the hobby has changed dramatically since then. So then, that was Saturday, and then Sunday is just a morning session. So it's just from 9 till noon, and then you have the afternoon. So some people, depending on their job or their holidays, vacation time, will check out Sunday morning. So sometimes the entire ring of the room is luggage because they've checked out. They bring their luggage in, they put it at the back, they attend the session, and then they leave quickly for the airport. Some people can't even stay for the whole session, and some people don't even make it to the session. Depends. Last year, Tom Cavalli had won a trip. He's the one that owns I Win Contest. Hello. George is coming in. If you're coming in, you have to come say hi. Actually, you know what you're going to do? You're going to go look in your truck for any Trader Joe bags so I can add them to my list, and I'm taking inventory. If you come in to put stuff in the freezer, you are put to work. Oh, that's funny. So, let's see. Does he have any? No, I can hear the doors opening on both sides. So, yeah, he's got a big truck. He's a contractor, so he has the big truck to haul stuff around and do all his work. I'm betting there's some in there. And so Tom Cavalli was it last year or was it? No, it was New Hampshire. It was 2 years ago. Oh, I knew it. We have two. I'm missing two. Oh, so we still don't have it. I have lost Phoenix, Arizona. This is not good. We have another Texas, and we have another generic one. So I am now wondering what happened to the Arizona one that I bought last year in Phoenix. This isn't good. And George just lets me do my stuff. He came one time to the mini. Oh, wait, he's singing through another bag. Oh, we found Arizona. We found Arizona in the garage. There's a bag of bags in the garage, and I didn't even know. And what is this? Oh, this is a regular grocery bag. You can have that one. I don't want that one. I don't want the regular grocery bag. You can take those ones. That's funny. Oh, see, this has been squished out of shape. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't want it. It's not. Okay, so we have Arizona. One. We have another Texas. Okay, and we have another generic. That's funny. So I have like 36 bags. Hilarious. Yeah, I've got Arizona back. I'll stuff it in later. So yeah, so what we have is yeah, that's hilarious. So in 2020, it would have been 2022, Tom had won a cruise. He's the one that owns I Win Contest. He had won a cruise on the Disney Wish inaugural sale. He's like, great. Well, they kept changing the dates because the boat wasn't ready. And it finally was going to sail, and it was on the Sunday of the convention. What was he going to do? So he came for 3 days and left, I think, Saturday night or super early Sunday morning, something, and flew home and went on the Disney Wish. So, yeah, sometimes you just have to miss the last day. I would miss the last day for a cruise that I won too. Yeah, so yeah, because that's what he did. He left New Hampshire. I remember, because what's crazy is at that point they were still doing a lot of COVID protocols, and they had a Zoom call with him. They were speaking to all the passengers about, whatever their protocols were ahead of the cruise. And so we did a Zoom call set up, and he was waiting for the call to start, and he got a phone call that he had won another cruise. And he said, I'm about to step into a meeting. Can I phone you back? I said, this is super exciting, but I can't take the whole call right now. And they said, no problem. Here's our number. Call us back. So he gets to the afternoon session and tells us the story and says, did anybody else win a trip at lunch? And I said, I did, because I had gotten an email that we had won one of the trips from Coca-Cola. And he said, really? I said, yeah, actually I did. That was my best sweeping day ever, where I won 5 prizes, including a trip one day. That's been my best day ever. Yeah, I instantly won 2 pairs of sneakers. I instantly won a $25 gift card. I won a $50 gift card at the convention, and I won the trip. So that was a fun day. Plus I caught the one of the game balls at the baseball game that night. So that's another thing that happens at conventions. Depending on location, they sometimes offer extra excursions, not as part of the convention. They're a separate price. But so, for example, when it was in Atlanta, they contacted the stadium, and we got a section. They had so many tickets. They were like, they were inexpensive. I think they were like $35 or something. And they were, we had a whole section. So I don't know how many of us went to that Braves game. I was kind of disappointed because it was in Toronto and the Braves. I would have been in my Blue Jays getting booed at. But it was a lot of fun to go to that event. And then when it's in New Hampshire, oh my gosh, what is their team name? Anyway, they're one of the Blue Jay farm teams. So we've been to that game twice. When we were in Moline, there was an evening river cruise that we bought tickets for. When we went to Phoenix, we decided to go on the day. There was a whole day tour, desert, western town, river cruise. We paid for that. We went on that. There was all 3 of us went. That was me and Wendy and Susan. We were sharing a room. We all went on that. What else have I done? It's a side event. I can't think of anything else right now, but depending on where it is, there's sometimes excursions. Oh, casino. Hello. When it was was it Phoenix? We went to the casino. They had a casino. They said, "Oh, we're a bunch of people," so they had buses going to the casino one night if people wanted to go. Yeah, in San Antonio, Amy's reminding me there was the River Walk, so some of us did that. There's all kinds of things, depending on the city. So I've been to, first one was Moline in '05, and then '06 it was in Phoenix. Oh, that was so fun. And then in 7, it was in Detroit, Michigan. 8, it was in San Antonio, Texas. 9 was in Manchester, New Hampshire. 10, it was in Minnesota. 11, I missed, but it was in Fort Wayne, Indiana. 12 was in Atlanta, Georgia. 13 was in Salt Lake City, Utah. 14 was Orlando, Florida. 15 was Las Vegas. 16, oh, I have a feeling I'm getting the dates wrong. No, 15 was Boston. 16 was Vegas. 17, I think, was California, but I missed a bunch of years because I was moving. And then we had the pandemic, and one year I ended up on 2 trip wins, a destination wedding and a family wedding, so I just didn't go. So in between there was like California, I think it was in San Diego, there was a cruise. Then it went back and forth between Manchester and Phoenix because of the pandemic. And then it went to Phoenix. Yeah, so it was Manchester got canceled, went to Phoenix, went back to Manchester because they finally could do it. Then it went to Phoenix again, and now it's going to be in Las Vegas, and then it's going to Little Rock, Arkansas, and then we don't know where the next year is. So it's been fun because I've gotten to travel all over the United States to cities I probably wouldn't pick if I was just traveling regular. So it's great because I like the United States, and drive trips, I tend to stick to the East Coast. So 2 time zones, right? Eastern and Central. As I've done New Hampshire, like in March, I did the mini that was in North Carolina, and then I drove to Texas and then back up because I'm crazy. 18 states, 12 days by myself. So yeah, so that's what I did. I wanted to organize my stuff. I wanted to talk about the conventions because it's so fun. I'm just so excited about going. I've been writing about it all day for my newsletter and for my blog. I'm hoping that we won't be so exhausted. I would love to go live. I keep saying that every year. Oh, I'm going to go live from the convention, and then we're so busy and I'm so exhausted. I'm like, oh, forget it. So maybe this year I'll do that. So we'll see what happens. And but I am taking all my equipment with me. I have a portable set that I hook up to my Chromebook, and I have a camera, a microphone, everything to run a live stream just like this. And I don't even have to announce it. I use StreamYard, so I can go on Facebook and YouTube. I could have done Instagram at the same time, but I don't know how to set it up on my phone, but I do it when I do it on my laptop. And I can go live on 3 things, and then I can take questions and comments from everywhere, and we can talk about the day. And basically what I want to do is go live and just say, hey, here's what we did today, kind of like a daily vlog almost, and then talk about that. So then when I blog about the convention each day, I can insert a video about all the craziness that happened and things that we did and whatnot. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So thanks very much for hanging out with me now that I have an idea of all the stuff that I have. And so when people want to trade, I know what to say. Yes, I have. No, I don't. And And I can always use some doubles. And the specialty bags. I'm always happy to have specialty bags. And anybody that's going, I know I saw Bill pop on. And also Bill does a great vlog of the convention after the fact, because he has a travel YouTube channel, and you can go and watch his video, because I always share his vlog after I finish writing all my blogs, because it takes him it takes him a hot minute to edit it all together anyway. And so for 2 years in a row, I have shared his take on it. And it's great to have another sweeper's perspective, which I really like, because, it's such a big event and there's so many people. I think there's 425 this year. There's so many people that it's impossible to catch everything yourself or to see everything yourself. So it's great to have another. Oh yeah, thanks, Bill. Captain Billy J Travels on YouTube. Oh yeah, and Mr. Captain Billy J. If you go look at our pictures on my Facebook albums, he sells merch, and some of his merch had his face on it. So of course I had to buy that. So I think on the Sunday, he's going to wear his captain's outfit, and I'm going to be a crew member wearing the t-shirt with his face on it, because it is fun. How can I not buy that? So I know. And I nearly forgot. I started putting out all the shirts and things I want to take, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to take Bill's shirt. Yeah, I would love to try and interview people, because I think Bill's going to be there. Tom's going to be there, obviously. Christy from Sweepstakes is going to be there. Rachel, who I haven't talked to in forever, she now owns Sweeping America, which I must get her on my channel for a proper interview. I think the owners, Ken and Diane from Sweepstakes Advantage, are coming. I'm not 100% sure. But here's the other problem, Daniel. I know I'd like to sit down with Bill. It is so busy and everyone's doing 40 things. It's hard to corner people. So we'll see if we can do it. I remember interviewing Patty when she owned Sweepsheet. She's since passed. She was Christy's best friend. Christy inherited the business after she passed. And Patty, this is when Facebook, you could just go live on Facebook. So I had a stick, like a selfie stick, and I started going live. We were sitting in the lobby at a couch holding the phone out, and I was just going live on Facebook. And people went nuts. You're not supposed to stream the convention. You're not supposed to, people pay to come. And I'm like, I'm not streaming the events. Like I do take photos and videos in the event, but what I do is I don't share any sound, so people don't know what's being said. So I'll do a bunch of video clips and then I'll put them together, especially for TikTok and Instagram and sometimes YouTube Shorts. And then I just do a voiceover. So you don't hear anything, because really people are paying quite a bit of money to fly across the country, to pay for the hotel, pay for their food, pay for the registration. And then if somebody live streams the event and people learn what the teachers are talking about, that's not really fair for those people. So I don't actually air any of the lessons. Like I might give tips. Like I'll say, I talked about winning on Instagram, and here are my top 3 points. And I would just give highlights. Or Tom Cavalli discussed this and this and this. He talked about the 9 ways to do this. Here are my favorite 3. So I'll give a little bit in the blog, but I won't give away the whole thing. Like you have to come to the convention, because otherwise it's not really fair. Yeah, just showing the fun you're having makes people want to go. Yeah, it is, I think, dying out a little bit, because the people are older, and people that I used to see have either aged out or passed away. Like the list of people that I know that were there when I started going to the conventions, because next year will be 20 years for me. A lot of people have left us behind. Yeah, not good. Anyway, stay tuned because I've got newsletters coming out. If you're attending, you have to watch for my trivia stuff. And I'm still open to more Trader Joe bags because, you know, I'm a bit of an addict. Because apparently like 50 bags isn't enough. Oh, anyway, yes, thank you for hanging out. And hopefully I'll see you soon. And if you see me at the convention, I'm a hugger, just saying.